Hello YouTube, what's up? YouTube community, subscribers, viewers to the video, first time subscribers, first time viewers, welcome. And thank you all for everything you have done so far with the channel. And hope everybody's doing well. Send much love and a big shout out to everyone. And I wanted to get in here with the new video. It's been some days since I got one in, and I'm ready to get one in. And first off, I want to say that y'all need to continue to support your boy and be ready and pay attention, because I promise you that contest/channel challenge is coming up this week. I'm just waiting a minute on some things, and then I'll be ready to go. Oh, excuse me. And I can get y'all set up with the channel challenge video/contest, and let y'all know what's going on with that. Because once I post that video, that's when it starts. And bam, y'all got to be on top of it. And let's see who wins. And I also want to tell you that we need to get in there, and we need to get some more subscribers in here. We need to see if we can get up to about 50 subscribers now. And I got something special in store via music. And that's all I'm going to say. I haven't decided for sure how it's exactly going to be done, but via music, I would do another special victory video via music for the 50th subscriber, if we can get them in. Because I tell you now, the weather's kind of warmed back up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It's hot over here. I was going to get out, go to a nice little park or something, catch cool breeze, wherever, and just get a nice little background to the video and just get out and about a little bit today, because it was one of my days off, but it's kind of hot out. I didn't feel like getting out and getting into all that. But I had some new things that hit me the other day that I wanted to put into a video, and I wanted to touch up on. And before I get into it, I'll say this briefly. I remember one time my dad was telling me years ago, that he was saying something, about that, how he feel bad that when a lot of this older generation pass away and go on and leave this country to the younger generation. He said, I feel bad for y'all, son. He told me that flat out. He said, I feel bad for the younger generation that's going to be running this country. And now, as I've gotten a little older, I kind of understand more so what he was talking about and where he coming from. Because, you see these kids nowadays out here roaming and running the streets and doing whatever. I seen it when I was younger, but not as bad as what it is now. Just some of these kids nowadays, where they got a mouth on them. And we got kids going in school with guns that want to, feel like they need to go in for some reason. They got to be casing the place, you know what I mean? They come in and they be like, hey, I got the weapon. Here's my piece. I'm going to shoot the place up, They be coming in like, hey, we got this, and I'm like, wow. And you see kids nowadays at a young age too, they being so depressed out with everything going on that they feel like they need to commit suicide and end their life at a young age. I remember a lady friend of mine, on what happened to her, had her on, Facebook a long time, because I knew her since way back in the day. But it's the only way I really had contact with her. But she was talking about one of her young girls, that was like 11, 12-year-old, something like that at the time in school. And she was already talking about possibly committing suicide because of, what was going on in school, bullying and stuff like that and everything else happening. And the bullying and different things like that has become an ultimate high in the schools nowadays. And I feel like, us middle-aged people, anywhere from about 30 to 40, no offense to anyone that's in their 20s, I'll say that now, but I'm going to say middle-aged. Because a lot of us middle-aged people have already got kids, maybe 1, 2, 3 kids, Of course, I really don't have any, but that's besides the point, But the thing is, even if you don't have kids, you can still be a positive influence in kids' lives when you see them, Help motivate them. Help get them set for success and be on the right track to positivity instead of on the track to negativity like most parents. got them doing. You see kids nowadays at a real young age, you hear them talking about how they on drugs. They already drinking, they doing this, they doing that. But I mean, yeah, you look at it though, it's been going on for a minute now. What person at a younger age has not, started drinking or took a drink when they was, underage? But I mean, I'm sure you wasn't no 10, 11, 9, maybe 12-year-old when you first took a drink or something. I'm almost positive on that. But you see kids nowadays at a young age like that, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and they say they already smoking the tree, you know what I mean? They burning it up, they blowing it up, whatever, you know what I mean? And they freaking, getting into the drinking, and I'm like, God dog, man, what's going on with these parents? And I mean, a lot of it starts with the parents, and people say they want to blame the kids, and parents want to try to blame the kids and say they got into all this negative, activity on their own. No, it ain't happen like that. It's a monkey see, monkey do kind of thing. And they see it from the parents, that's where they learn from. And a lot of it too is because they're hanging out with the wrong crowd, and parents ain't paying attention to who they're hanging out with and what they're getting into and what they're doing. Because I mean, yeah, there's times I had some wrong people I hung out with, where I got caught up in some things I shouldn't have been in, but I straightened myself out and I got away from that negative activity. Yeah, I might still associate with some people, they say hello, I'll be like, how you doing, whatever, and I keep it moving. But I ain't gonna hang out with them like I used to be and get myself back down that wrong road and that wrong track where I don't need to be. And, I kind of wanted to chime in here and get on that a little bit, because I feel like, there's so much we could do to help that out in our communities, with these kids and all. I mean, I understand there's only so much we can do, unless you're an actual parent. There's a lot you can do. But one thing that really gets to me is where the law and different people want to take away certain ways of how we discipline our kids. Say that some of the disciplinary actions we're using, so to speak, is a no good. They're going to say, you can't spank your kid no more. They're going to say, you can't give your kid a good, butt whooping anymore, or however you want to say it, get into all that. And to me, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Long as you ain't one of those kind of people that's going to get slap happy, I don't see nothing with a little tap on the butt end or a kid act out of line and get his mouth mashed, Because I'll tell you, when I was younger, if I'd have been acting the way some of these people act nowadays and the way half of them act, I've seen 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds, sometimes the way they act, If I acted the way they act at their age, I would have got beat if my parents knew about it, no matter how old I am. And I still would, even at the age of 36. I only have my dad left, y'all. I lost my mother not long ago. Rest in peace to her up in heaven, because I know she going to a better place. But my grandparents helped raise me, and other members of my family helped raise me along the way because my parents divorced at an early age. But the thing is, I'm getting at, and the point I'm making here is, like I was saying, if I acted the way a lot of people act nowadays, I would have got my butt whooped, and still would now. I remember there was an uncle of mine. He was like 19, 20 years old at the time, or a little older than that. I don't remember, but he wasn't real old, but he wasn't young anymore. And I remember his mother was ready to lay into him and give him one. And then next thing you know, he stood there and he told his mother, said that, still to this day, if you felt I needed it, I would stand there and take it. And I feel the same way. If one of my parents felt I needed it, I would stand there and take it, I've always tried to be, a good kid, I ain't cause too much trouble or get out of line or try to lie too much, or try to, be one of those people that's always hiding something too much. I always tried to be up front, but of course sometimes, it is what it is. And I'm sure, y'all know how it is, But I mean, this day and age with this world, this generation, and the way things is going on with people, it's getting worse and worse out here. No matter where you live, whether you be in the country, you be up north, east coast, west coast, like where I've been a little bit, and back out down south for a little bit, northern area, wherever. I mean, it's getting rough all over. And I mean, it's the way it is. It's the way it is, y'all. And I mean, it's just, I feel like, what is this whole world coming down to? I mean, whether y'all believe in God or you don't believe in God, I feel like we're getting towards the end of time here. You know what I mean? Because people just, they're taking one another out. And as I told, an older gentleman the other day that I ran into over here, but where I live, he 62 now, and he told me he was in the service. He was a Marine for about 12 years, which I know because I've had family members that were Marines. So support and much love and shout out to the Marines. Not that I hate on any other branch of the service because I don't, but I know there's Army and Navy, whoever, different branches of the service. They say they don't like the Marines for whatever reason. And the Marines are the front line, first one to go out. I don't see why you're gonna be hating when they're gonna be the first one to go out. And you got to come in behind to pick up the slack because they covering your butt in. They the one taking the first shot. But anyway, the thing is, me and this older gentleman got to talking a little bit, and we was talking about things like that, about how what this world has became of nowadays. And I remember he said something about it's a shame. He said the stuff he's seen back when compared to now. It was just. He said it amazes him from what he's seen up until now. And I told him, I said, I know I'm only 36, but I've seen quite a bit myself, and it's just, you know, it is what it is, the way people act nowadays. I mean, but I think it's just crazy, y'all. And, you know, like I said, though, I mean, we got big things coming up on the channel here. Y'all pay attention, stick with your boy, continue to help us support, help us get to them 50 subscribers so that way we can get another victory video in here and be ready. Pay attention for the, the video coming in next week for the contest/channel challenge. Plus, I got some big things going on. As long as everything works out here soon, I'm fixing to be getting me a new dog, which I'll get some videos in getting a nice little puppy that's soon to be 12 weeks. Is what the gentleman told me. So we'll get into that, and we'll get some videos posted of that and see what's going on, and get some other things happening positive here on the channel, and hopefully it cools down a little bit more here soon. We can get out and about a little more, spice up the videos a little bit, get a little more going on. But like I said, continue to support your boy, continue to support the channel, and we'll get into that contest this week coming up, and then we'll get into the victory video at 50 subscribers. Because like I said, that victory video is via music. It has something to do with music. And your boy right here. Now, I gotta tell you that. It has something to do with music and your boy right here in a big way. But you gotta continue to support your boy, and you gotta help me get up to 50 subscribers. I should say not just help me, but help us. Because we in this as a group, on this road to success, positivity, victory, and whatever else, you gotta continue to support and show love so we as a whole, as a group, can get to 50 subscribers and get this done, so that way we can get something special going via music. Well, I can get something special going for y'all via music, but I can't do it until we reach 50 subscribers. I got some new special things I'm working on via music in a big way, but we can't do nothing. Can't get all the way out there. Can't put nothing all the way out there to show or do nothing until I know we have 50 subscribers. And then I can do that. And then, like I said, we got the contest coming in next week. We'll get on that, And, I want to say this too. Anybody that has a comment and wants to chime in here on what I was talking about, with the way kids and people are acting nowadays, the way, things have just changed. You want to talk about, your age, you say I'm so-and-so age, I'm 33, I'm 24, I'm 40, 37, whatever, maybe 45, whatever age you are. You want to say, hey, I'm so-and-so age, and I want to get in here because I've seen this go on. I've seen that go on in my lifetime, and now I'm seeing this, and this is a big change, whatever. And you want to just kind of talk about things, feel the need that you need to chime in there and just vent a little frustration on the subject or topic at hand, so to speak, and say what's going on. Go ahead. Nothing doing to it about it. Ain't nobody gonna hate. We ain't here for that, because that's what it's all about. Us as a group, and as a whole, we ain't about no hating over here. Although I still get the haters once in a while, I get haters about the channel. I get haters about groups I got going on Facebook. I get haters about Facebook in general and different things I'm doing. I get them all the time where somebody's got something negative to say, but I don't let it bother me, And a lot of times I can usually take it with a stride and brush it off and keep it moving, depending. Because I'll tell you something else, that I want to chime in here and get on. Now that I think about it, something else that had hit me a little bit, and I'll say this too as well. Of course, being a nice hot summer day, of course, like most time, I still got the sweet tea. But I tell you, I've changed with the sweet tea a little bit. I don't do exactly the sweet tea no more. I drink the tea, but I've gotten used to it now to where I've been drinking it without sugar. But of course, I always prefer the Lipton. That's just me. People get a lot of them off brands, where they get that, that powdered mixed stuff, which I can't stand. It's got to be the tea bag, or I won't drink it. And it's just regular tea. I can't do that white tea, green tea, or whatever they say is better for you. I've tried it. Don't like none of that, but I get the Lipton or Louisiana. I could drink it, but that's about it, But anymore, I've been drinking it without sugar. But, I wanted to get in here on something, and I want to say, I know I don't claim to be the brightest bulb in the box, sharpest tool in the shed, brightest crayon came out the box, or smartest person, however you want to say it. But, being 36 years old, I've been around long enough that I've seen a lot. And I'll tell you one thing, or a few different things I could say, that aggravates the heck out of me, and I'm not really trying to pick on anyone certain, or any certain group, or just pick on females, or just pick on men, because it could go either way, and it could be on your job, it could be off your job, or anywhere. But I just can't stand stupid anymore, or ignorant idiot people, literally, just act like they don't have a brain. You know what I mean? I've been around long enough that I've learned and seen a lot, and as I was growing up, I was mainly with my father, and he taught me a lot, and I owe a big thanks to that man for teaching me what I know, and helping me along the way with my success and victory, because yeah, we all have a little help along the way with success and victory. Anybody who can tell you they got to where they got without no help, they lying to you. Look at Donald Trump. Yeah, he might have been a successful businessman, and he might have all the big money, but he ain't get to where he got without getting a little help, and he got help from his dad. But the thing is, I want to get back to and touch up on, like I just said, is I can't stand people nowadays who act like they don't have a brain. I don't know if it's how you was raised, I don't know if it's how you was taught, or how you act. But when you go to do something, if you don't know nothing about it, leave it alone. See, so many people all the time, that feel like, they don't know about something, but they're going to get in there without doing any research, doing any homework, or asking anybody, or knowing anything about something, and take it upon themselves to decide they're going to try to do something, and then 9 times out of 10, they either wind up messing it up, or they wind up creating more work. And a lot of times they don't realize and stop and think that they're not only creating more work for other people, but they're creating more work for themselves by not knowing what they're doing. And then they wind up getting into a mess in a situation where they don't need, they don't need to be. And people don't realize you can find out so many things on YouTube nowadays. All you got to do is type it in. Say somebody get a new video game system and they ain't know how to hook it up, because I remember back in the day when PlayStation first came out, which I still have an original PlayStation in good shape. And I recently, not long ago, within the last year or so, did a restore on it and cleaned it up real good and put it all back together and had it working 10 times better than what it was working. Cleaned up the games and everything real good, but I remember when that first came out, people had trouble hooking it up with the audio video cables and stuff like that. They couldn't get it hooked up right, you know. So they was going out and they was buying special adapters that would allow them to hook it to the back of the TV, which was all right. That's cool. It was working. But I mean, that's just, just an example of something where somebody might have some trouble with, or maybe somebody gets, some new cable or something or whatever else they got going on. But usually you got people show you how to hook that up. But you know my point of what I'm getting at, where I'm going with this, I'm sure. But I mean, like my dad always taught me, and I can say it here, which could be part of that success and victory. If you don't know, ask. It don't take but 2 seconds to ask and get help. Or go online, Google it. Like I seen on a shirt one time, which I wouldn't mind getting. It said one time, when I seen this shirt, it said, just Google it, which is true. All you got to do is Google it and you will get the answer. I have never seen a time where the internet or here with YouTube has ever lied to me about finding some information or something. Now, YouTube might not be totally 110% correct like Google would, because, of course, on here, when you come to get help from here, you're not getting help from YouTube like you're getting help from Google. But of course, Google is just sending you over to forums, websites, Wikipedia, whatever, where, you got people that are talking about topics, and then you got people that are giving their own different opinions on the subject sometimes, and then you just kind of form your own opinion based on what you heard, read, or seen, which is usually what I do about something if I don't know. I kind of form my own opinion based off of what's going on. What I've read and what I've seen, I'm like, okay, I can tell this guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about, but this person over here sounds like they know what they're talking about, but they got 2 different points of views on the subject and 2 different opinions, because that's another thing, where everybody's opinion matters and everybody's opinion counts, but a lot of people feel like their opinion don't count, so they don't never say nothing or jump in on the subject. Chime in on the subject or say nothing because they feel like they're going to be laughed at or they're going to be made fun of, which is something else that goes on a lot nowadays, more so than it used to be, that I think is just, idiotic. People just be like, hey, they just feel like for the need, for whatever reason, they're just going to start busting out laughing at somebody. Whether they laughing out loud, they laughing on the inside, whatever. I mean, they laughing. And sometimes, you could be the one they laughing at. You could not be the one they laughing at. But I tell you though, flat out, I don't care if I'm the butt of the joke, so to speak, or I'm the one somebody's laughing at. I don't let it bother me. Like I said, I've learned, a lot of things. I take it with a stride. I keep it moving. I keep on doing what I got to do and keep on going with my life, I don't let that negativity bother me or get to me no more, because the thing is, whether you believe in God or not, to me, a lot of that negativity is of the devil. It's devilish work. I know because of a lot of things I've seen in life and a lot of things I've been through, most of what I've seen and been through, a lot of it would scare y'all. I guarantee you. If you've seen, felt, or been through some of the stuff I have been through, yes, it would scare you. Because I'll tell you flat out, when you on a bike, and now, I don't mean pedaling. I'm not talking about that now. I'm talking about being on an actual bike, about 50 miles an hour now. Maybe 40, 45, somewhere in there, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm going to say about 45, 50 miles an hour. You going down the road. And now, of course, you're the only one on the bike. But yet, all of a sudden, you got someone who comes in behind you and hops on the back seat. And while they're hopping on the back seat, they're wrapping their arms around you. A spirit. Now, mind you, Now, most people, that would bother them, and that would probably freak the heck out of them, and they would wind up having an accident, you know. But once I realized and I knew who it was, I knew it was an angel that had visited me before now. I knew it was somebody's spirit that has visited me before now. Wherever they're at after they passed away, you know, heaven, hell, they moved on, wherever they went to. I can't say. I don't know. But the thing is, they have came back to visit me so many times that I have got used to it and became accustomed to it and comfortable with it that it don't bother me anymore. It really don't. It does not bother me anymore, and I don't let it bother me. At first, it kind of got to me, you know, when I felt things like this because I didn't know what was going on or what was going to happen. But not only that, you know, something else I could say right quick. You talk about stuff like this, you know, with people going to heaven, people going to hell or whatever. I mean, you get so many people nowadays that feel like they need to judge someone, you know. And I don't judge and I don't hate, you know. I mean, you got white people, black people, Mexican people, Puerto Rican people, Asian, you know. And I mean, whether you like a race or you don't like a race, because there could be people that say, "Oh man, I can't stand Asian people," or there may be some people that say, "Oh man, I can't stand Mexicans or Puerto Ricans," you know, damn beaners, you know, excuse my language, y'all, but you know what I mean. But the thing is, I mean, it happens, but we still got to get along, you know, like them old songs used to say, and you used to hear the saying, you know, why can't we all just get along, you know, or we all need somebody to lean on, you know. What you think about it? Somebody out here, you know, they say, oh, I don't like Asian people. But what if something happened where you got into a situation where you was almost damn near dying and an Asian person came along and saved your life and was there to help you out? You gonna say you don't like Asian again? Or you still gonna have something against Asian? You know what I mean? Whether I like a race or not, or I have something against a race, doesn't matter. I've really never been racist my whole life, and don't try to be. You know, but I mean, what goes on is what goes on. You know, yeah, there might be some things I can't stand, but I tolerate it because it is what it is, and there's really nothing I can do about it. But I try to get along and let bygones be bygones. But the thing is, you know, too many people nowadays doing it more so than what it used to be, to where they want to hate, you know. And I mean, it ain't no call for that. People is going to do what they going to do. You can't change that. I mean, you get them interracial couples going on nowadays, more so than what they used to be, you know. And of course, I'm not trying to get into a big stink about this, you know. And I don't want people to come at me and be like, oh, what is he saying? Or, oh, what are you trying to say? You know, I'll tell you what I'm getting into and what I'm trying to say. It's going along with my situation about people hating, you know. I mean, I'm not hating. If somebody wants to be an interracial couple, so be it. If two guys want to be a gay couple, they business. Two girls want to be a lesbian couple, they business. It ain't for me to say what's right or wrong. It's really not. It's for God to decide what's right or wrong. And a lot of that stuff God has already decided and has put down and etched and written in stone in a book. And you can't change that. What was written hundreds of thousands of years ago, or however long way back it was written, you can't change. I mean, I've just seen so much in life and know so much in life and been through so much in life that I know what's what. But I'm not going to judge somebody, because that's not for me to do. You know, that's for God to decide. You know, He going to say, hey, you're wrong for doing that. You going to hell. Or hey, you're wrong for that. You know, you're not stepping into the kingdom of heaven. So be it. You know, and I feel like if God said that to me, you know, He said to me, you know, you're not stepping in to the kingdom of heaven. You don't belong here for whatever reason. It happens. So be it. Nothing I can do about it. But that's for God to judge me and decide for me where I'm going to go and what I have going on and what I don't have going on, you know. But I just wanted to get in here real quick and get a little bit of this, what I had on my mind, off my mind and off my chest, and kind of vent a little bit and get things out there and let y'all know where we at with the channel in terms of what's going on with the contest coming up next week. Another victory video coming up at 50 subscribers. But I need y'all's help and support to get your boy where we need to be. I mean, you're going to be in here as a subscriber to the channel, and you're going to be liking the videos and doing everything else. What's to say you can't do some work? One or two people you work with. Hey, subscribe to this channel. My boy's got it going on over here. He's real hot. I like what he has to say. I like what he's talking about. I like what he's doing. I like his victory videos, you know what I mean? He's doing big things, He's got himself getting back into BMX. For not doing it in about 10, 15 years, he's looking good, which that's something I could talk about, y'all. I'm actually looking a little better on that. I've been doing a little riding here lately and getting into things, when I've had about a half hour to an hour to spare when I'm not working, and I could get out and ride around just a little bit, And some of the things I've been, doing, just small, simple stuff, I've been noticing myself just pick up on things and get back into it, like snap up a fingers, like bam. It's just became habit for me. The minute I see something certain, or I come upon something certain where, I need to react or do something a certain way, bam, I just do it. And it just becomes natural, and I, so to speak, like that. I just flow right through smoothly with it. And that's, something, we all need to work on. I can say right quick, is learning how to just flow through things smoothly. Just letting things come naturally, no matter what you're doing. You want to get into your own business. You want to get into BMX. You've already been into it. You want to get back into it. Skateboarding, blading, riding a longboard, which I wouldn't mind getting a longboard, But that's besides the point. Because I have a nice skateboard somewhere, but it's like 14, 15-year old. But I mean, it still worked. And some other things, I wouldn't mind getting into. But the thing is, whatever you feel you want to get into, you just got to get into it comfortably and let things flow naturally. Just like with this YouTube channel here, When I first got into it, I ain't going to lie. It might have seemed like I was all right with it, and I was doing big things from the get-go, because I had 140, over 150 viewers on the first video. But the thing is, I wasn't 100% comfortable with myself and the channel and doing these videos. But I've gotten better with it over time, and I've gotten more comfortable to where I've just kind of slid right into that slot and just filled that gap and that void where it needed to be filled, because I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where people are, talking, they're doing certain videos, doing certain things, but a lot of it, they ain't positive channels, so to speak. Some of them are, some of them ain't. But I mean, it just all depends. But I'm not here to hate or judge nobody on what they doing. I mean, somebody want to start a YouTube channel where all they doing is out there jumping on a trampoline and doing tricks, so be it. That's their business. Or somebody gonna chime in there and get a video where they're jumping off of a bridge into a lake or a nice sized body of water. So be it. That's their business. I mean, that ain't for me. I can film all kinds of videos like that, and make this channel a little more fun, which I may wind up doing on down the road. But as of for now, that's not what this channel is about. We're not here to have fun. We're not here to play around. We're not here to lollygag around, as a term I've heard my dad use and throw around. We're here to promote the success, the victory, and the positivity, and get people back to where they need to be. Because I mean, I'm really fixing to get some work done in a big way with some things like that on some positive and success, victory, which a lot of it I really can't talk about right here, y'all, or say nothing about it, or I would. It's kind of, hush hush, so to speak, is all I need to say about that, and I'm sure some people are going to understand and know what I'm talking about and where I'm going with that right there. But yeah, like I said, I just want to, get back in here real quick, get some things off the mind, get some things off the chest. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. You're staying blessed, you're staying positive, whether you went to church, you didn't go to church, because I'll tell you flat out, I've been to church before. I don't go as much nowadays as I used to, and really I ain't been in a while, but I find me a nice church to get back into. I may go and, hit me a nice service, get a good blessing of the Lord, you know what I mean, and just get positive, get back right, get back on the right track. Because that's one thing I could definitely say that has really helped people to get back on the road to positivity, success, and victory is having God in your life, supporting the Lord and allowing the Lord to support you. You bless Him, He'll bless you. Like they say in the Bible, and I have heard it talked and preached about for years now, the Lord will bless you tenfold, which is true. I know from experience of having it done and being blessed tenfold because, I supported the Lord and He supported me, and I support the man above, and I try to, pray. I may not pray as often as some people where they do it like 20 times a day or 4 or 5 times a day, whatever, but, I do pray, and I take care of things, And, like I said, I got things off the chest. I got things off the mind, I hope everybody's staying positive. You're staying on that right track. You're doing big things, And, I really do. I want to hear some more from the viewers. I want to hear some more from the subscribers, I want to see some more comments in here on the videos. I want to see some more subscribers in here on the channel and see things just really start to blow up and get better than what it is, And, I just feel the need that something just hit me and it just came over me, And I'm going to try to be brief on this because I'm about to get out of here and end this video. But before I get out of here and I end this video, I feel like, it's just a good day, and really any day is a good day for it. So I can't just say it's a good day for it, but I want to say a little prayer with y'all before I end this video. And I just felt the need to get in here, and anybody who sees this right here, if you could take a second to just close your eyes and say a little prayer with me, say a moment of blessing over the channel, say a moment of blessing over your brothers and sisters, and I just want to ask the Lord to, continue to bless this channel. Continue to bless us back onto the road to success and victory, Lord. Continue to touch and bless each and every one of my brothers and sisters, and keep them back on the right track, Bless them with a good job. Bless them with a good home. Bless them with the money they need to take care of things, They're working hard, We all working hard. I want you to bless me, Lord. I want you to just continue to touch and bless each and every one of us and have your way, Lord. Just continue to have your way in our daily lives. Continue to have your way in everything that we do. Just continue to, just continue to touch us, Lord. Continue to just pour your blessings and your soul over upon us because we know that you died on that cross for our sins, Lord. And just touch and bless us, Lord. Touch and bless this channel, Let us get more subscribers on the channel. Let us get more viewers, Let us get back to a positive track of success and victory on this channel, Lord. And allow us to get more victory videos out there and everything else, and just have your way in the music side of things, Lord. And just, continue to teach and guide us all and just have your way. In your name, Lord, I say amen. And with that being said, and that being done and having that out of the way, everybody have a great day. Everybody continue to have a blessed day. I'm fixing to get out of here. I might go do a little swimming for the afternoon, and whatever I feel like doing, just to cool down a little bit and get things going. And we'll get with you later, and we'll get that, that contest going on with the channel this week. We'll get that victory video going when we get them 50 subscribers. And every one of y'all have a great day. Stay blessed, stay positive, stay motivated, and We'll get with you later. Peace.